Vince Carter, you made the point earlier. If the Celtics are going to win this game tomorrow night on the road, it's going to be because of their leadership, and Smart is their leader.
Yeah, he's their leader, and he said it best. And we highlighted his plays and the plays he should have made and the great defensive plays against him. But he said, yeah, it happened. It hurts. But now we have business to take care of. This is a business. We have to get ready for the next game. We have to do what we need to do. We have to be locked in and focused. We can't hang our heads now. And if you're not ready to play, if you don't believe we can win, not get on that floor. Let's go further than that. Don't get on the plane to go to Milwaukee to go get us a win so we can bring this thing back to Boston. So I like what he's saying. I like the approach. They look at the film, get on the plane, and go do what they need to do because they can win in Milwaukee, by the way.
Yeah, look, they did. They won Game 4, and they were right there to win Game 3. Let's look at the film, Seth. What are we looking at?
Well, you're looking at Marcus Smart and the decision he made, but look on the left-hand side of the floor. And at the end of the game, we're talking about, look at Al Horford right there. This play was set up for a wide pin down right there for Jason Tatum, who's so good coming off that screen. But you know what Marcus Smart does? He gets overplayed, so he cannot get the ball to the middle of the floor. He back cuts it, Connaughton. It's a great second effort and a ridiculous play by Drew Holiday in terms of not only the block getting level of the ball, but saving it. And then same thing here. Marcus Smart struggled down the stretch. 3 tough plays. Catch, face, look up. The pass has got to get to Tatum. The play was designed to either Smart to get downhill to make the pass to Tatum. Smart didn't make a good decision. They lose the game. But in that last play, both of those plays, ideally they wanted to get the ball to Jason Tatum, just didn't get him the ball. Some people say maybe run him off the zipper screen, get him the ball in the middle of the floor, and let him go. But the plays were designed to get the ball to their best player.
That is the one piece of this, amar'e, that I hear a lot of Celtic fans bemoaning on Twitter. We have some on our staff who were talking about it in our meeting this morning, that in the biggest moments of that game last night, the ball is not in Jason Tatum's hands. And he has now arrived as a player that it sort of feels like KD, like LeBron, like yourself when you were playing, like Vince when he was playing. You got to get him the ball, and you win or lose with your best guy.
Yeah, I think that was the idea that Ime had in mind, to get the ball to Tatum, but apparently it just didn't happen that way. And so defense sometimes make you adjust offensively, and you have to be aware of that and being able to make the right play down the stretch and still get the ball into your guys' hands.
So, Vince, I want to go back, though, because you cannot sit here and talk about how the Celtics lost this game without giving all the credit in the world to the 2 Bucks stars, because you got Giannis, who's doing everything for them. And, I mean, the drama of the moment where he's bleeding in this game, literally he's giving you his blood, sweat, and tears. And then Drew Holiday, who struggled so much in Game 4 to make, not only to score 24 points, but then make the 2 big defensive players. The Bucks showed you some championship stuff last night.
Well, when Middleton goes down in the first round, everybody said, can and will Drew Holiday step up to be now number 2, the guy number 2? We know what he could do defensively, but can he bring it offensively? And he answered that question immediately. But because we know defensively, his defensive instincts are top notch. And I agree with you guys. He has answered the call, but look at his instincts there. Just understanding the play was broken, and once Marcus Smart goes quote unquote off strip, he makes the decision, I'm going to go win the play defensively, and keeps the ball in bounds. That's what people not get. I mean, we're mentioning it, but you don't understand. That takes a lot to be able to block a shot in that moment. You want to send it in the stands and look at the crowd and say, yeah, can you send that ball back? No, he knocks it to himself, knocks down a big 3, gets a big steal. I mean, just doing everything to be the number 2 guy that the Bucks needed while Chris Middleton was out.
Awesome. And then Giannis. I mean, amar'e, as a guy who played in the league, played, a big guy with all the physical skills that you had like he does, how would you describe what we are seeing from Giannis right now?
I mean, it's amazing. I remember when I was coached by Coach Tim Gergerich in Phoenix my rookie year, and then he went on to coach there in Milwaukee. He was saying, this guy reminds me of you, amar'e. And I see what's happening here. He's a versatile player. He's very determined on trying to win the games. He wants to add more to his resume. And down the stretch in the fourth quarter, you saw the aggression. You saw him focusing. He knocked down the open 3. Those plays are big plays for a player down the stretch, and that gives the confidence to the rest of your team to know, hey, our top guy's ready to go.
I'll say this, Seth. If the Celtics wind up losing this series, I don't know how they're going to sleep all summer long, because outside of Game 1, you could easily say they should have won all the rest of the games in this series. They had a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter last night. They had the lead and the ball late in the game on Saturday, which was Game 3. What do they do now? Is there a move left to be made? By the time you get to a Game 6, is there anything differently you would be doing right now, Seth, if you were running the Celtics?
First of all, I'd remind my team that we dominated this game. We did everything we needed to do to win, but get the win, so that we should feel good about basically the journey, maybe not the destination at the end of the game. The second thing is I like that small lineup. I like when they play Giannis at 5 some. I like, obviously, Portis and Giannis together. You got another guy that can get you extra possessions in Portis, who rebounds the ball, who can switch and defend and contest shots, and can also stretch the defense. I like that smaller lineup, or if you're going big, I like Portis and Giannis together. Because the one thing they need more shot makers on the floor to give Giannis more room to play. And then finally, Giannis, those threes, I'm great you're making those threes. But out of those threes, Gordon Hayward, the old assistant coach of Utah Jazz, used to say, all right, a bad shot is a turnover. And those threes, a lot of times, you see what he's shooting from percentage, even though he makes this one, they are like turnovers. But I think that Boston's in a good place because they're doing enough things to be in position to win every single game.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.